This is SBC News. I'm Vincent Kelly.
So David, how's life in Waknuk?
Well, Steve, it wasn't very terrible. Just boring. It was always the same boring routine every day. There's nothing to do except farm and fix things.
So hot! You can't fuck a belly! We got to finish this!
If someone saw you sitting around, they would give you a job that almost always involved some sort of physical labor. There were always the same problems and the same disagreements.
Well, David, that sounds like a really dull life of yours.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It was very dull.
So David, what was the atmosphere like in Waknuk? Were people usually depressed or were they jolly?
Well, the atmosphere was uneasy. People were always anxious.
Why?
Well, here's the whole story of the people of Waknuk. Everyone was obsessed with the true image. If a baby was born with differently, or who looked different, they were called a blasphemy. If they had a monstrosity, and then they were banished from town. If it was a baby, the baby would be carried out to the fringes and left there to die. If the monstrosity was detected at childhood, the child would be banished. The land surrounding Waknuk that was deviational was called the fringes. All the deviations that were banished ended up there.
I see. So why was the atmosphere so uneasy?
Yes, it was almost at that part. Every now and then, the people from the fringes would gather up and attack Waknuk, and a battle would break out on the outskirts of town.
So I see. It was like a fear of being attacked.
Yes, correct.
I see. So were there any other troubles that made the atmosphere uneasy? Yes, in fact, one in particular. I think it's the black. I told you earlier it was the black.
Well, we did a similar thing to a fence. We burnt it.
Just a few more questions. You said earlier that you guys have the same problems and disagreements over again. Would you mind to mention a few?
Yeah, sure. Well, there's always the guy who basically whether something is deviational or not, you can expect it. But people don't always agree with being expected. So sometimes there's some argument on how deviational something is. Another main issue was concealment. This was the charge of hiding a deviational object, or like anything with a monstrosity.
Alright, thank you. One more question. This is more of a personal question.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, David. How do you think we should evolve as a civilization? Should we follow the footsteps of the old people, or shall we evolve like Zealand?
That's a very good question, Steve. I think we should definitely not follow in the old steps of the old people. Sometimes it is wiser to make a new path to walk down, and not knowing where it leads, instead of following in the footsteps of another who has not fared out so well, and fearing where those steps may lead. Furthermore, what makes man man is not his mind, but his body. We do not need to look like the old people, but instead we need to tolerate differences and evolve as a species and build a new civilization. That is what I believe.
Alright, thank you, David. Well, Rosaline, it was great talking to you. Thank you for your time.
No problem. It was a pleasure.
Hi, Rosaline, very nice to meet you. Oh, so, David, good to see you. Very nice to meet you, David. So this is our camera.
Okay. Will you be showing us our tour study?
So yes, as you might know, we're going to have a tour.
Okay.
Now for the tour, would you mind creating this?
Yes, I will. But first, it has now become time for Rosalind to depart and meet her family.
Farewell, Rosaline. It's very nice meeting you. Farewell, Rosaline. It's great talking to you. I see. So were there any other troubles that made the atmosphere uneasy?
Yes, in fact, one in particular. think the blast. I told you earlier this is the blast. Well, we did a similar thing to a fence. We burnt them. Oh, we also burnt the plants and so this whole field across is burnt because it's not approved by the municipality. Then it would cause a loss of revenue. That was one of the main causes.
Now, isn't it just
Farming. So it's very important to have a deviation of plants and animals.
known inhabited place from Zealand? It contains many towns, but Waknuk is particularly special because it is the hometown of the most powerful telepath, Petra Storm, and her older brother, David Storm, who is also strong telepath, is here to give us a tour of the town. David, shall begin.
This is Waknuk, Labrador, me and my sister's hometown. We are standing here at the edge of the forest. The town is over there. Waknuk is a village of about 100 people, and it is notice that there are no like street lights or cars or anything. It's a very basic town, primitive, unlike Zealand where there's always street lights and everything. So here it is. Cut.
Can you show us where Petra learned telepathy?
I will. In fact, I know just the spot. Follow me.
Alright, let's go.
Cut. So this is the place right here at the bank where I taught you telepathy.
So, there's stuff to say.
A fish, since we were fishing at the time.
I see. Do you mind if we visit her house?
Sure.
Oh,
I'm Steve.
yes?
Petra says she can send you thought shapes from Zealand to help describe the house.
Oh, awesome. That'll be great.
I'll think her that.
That'll be great.
Okay, she's ready.
Petra, we are in front of your house. We would like you to describe the interior.
What's an interior?
The interior.
The inside.
The inside.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There's a main house with the kitchen and living room and stuff. Then, attached to the side, there are wash houses and stool sheds and other
Okay, thank you
farming
very much.
things.
Okay, thank you for your time. Okay, goodbye, Petra. I'm going to let you know. The famous Petra Storm, think shaping me, now will continue the tour with her older brother, David Storm. Can you tell everybody what they did to people who look different in Waknuk?
If it was a person, they killed them. But if it was an animal, they burnt it.
Do you think they should have done that?
Well, if you asked me before I came here, they would have said, I would have said yes.
Hi, David. Hey.
But now that I'm here, I'd say that to have a good society, you need to be tolerant of differences, and that's more like what Sealand's doing. So I think they have a better society.
I agree that you said that. You're not banished because you were a telepath?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I was.
So why are these people not, attacking you? Like, they're almost being friendly to you.
Because if they were unfriendly or they attacked me, they knew they know they won't stand a chance against the Zealanders after they saw what they did to bring me and Petra home to Zealand.
Oh, so I see. They recognize that you're the superior species, pretty much.
Yes, that is right. They do.
My friend Michael from Zealand would like to thank you something.
Zealand.
Sure, we'll put the thoughts in the captions.
Hello,
Michael.
Steve. I've got something very important to thank you.
Go
Some
ahead.
of the people in Waknuk did not agree with the way society operated. There are even a few who tried to kill themselves because they were so frustrated.
Oh, really?
Yes, and they would not speak out for fear of this society. The person that represented that society and promoted it the most was David and Petra's father, Joseph Strawn.
Oh my goodness, what a shock. Unbelievable. The Storm's father, the head of a society other than Waknuk.
So here it is.
It looks so spiritual.
Yeah, that's how most churches look.
So the people of Waknuk culture belong this place.
Yes,
So what's the cross represents? The symbol of the Lord. I've never seen a church like this.
they do. Well, now you have.
So David, this concludes our tour. I'm very happy that you could show us around.
Yes, I enjoyed it too. I'm glad everyone in Zealand is able to see where I used to live.
That was a tour of a town named Waknuk in the distant area Labrador. This special edition of our SBC News, the world this hour called Waknuk Wall Street. Our neighbors on the other side, thank you for watching. Steve Warren reporting, Waknuk, Labrador.
Well, here's the whole story of the people of Waknuk. Everyone is completely